dark alley hums with jazz and gunfire. The smoke dances under flickering neon, and somewhere in the chaos stands Jack Pepper, the mouse with a badge, a trench coat, and a thirst for justice. Welcome to Mouse PI for Hire, where bullets swing into the rhythm of brass horns, and every frame feels alive. This isn't just another shooter, it's a time capsule with a trigger. This is Infinity Gaming. Let's dive in. Mouse takes players back to the golden age of 1930s animation, blending rubber hose cartoon artistry with explosive first-person gunplay. You play as a private investigator, Jack Pepper, a hard-boiled detective navigating a city soaked in corruption, jazz, and betrayal. Every frame looks hand-drawn, like you're blasting your way through a living cartoon reel straight out of the golden cinema era. The art direction is what sets Mouse apart. The hand-drawn black and white aesthetic channels the spirit of early Disney and Fleischer cartoons. Think Steamboat Willie meets Max Payne. The animations are bouncy yet gritty, showing that innocence and intensity can coexist in single frame. It's a love letter to animation history told through the lens of Gunsmoke. Mouse might look old school, but its gameplay hits modern standards. You've got your classic revolvers, Tommy guns, shotguns, and even cartoonish gadgets straight out of Saturday mornings. Combat flows rhythm, gunfire syncs with jazz beats, reloads match with tempo, and enemies practically dance before hitting the floor. It's style and chaos working in harmony. Each level plays like a cinematic episode of an old detective serial. Narrow streets, flickering signs, smoky bars, and shadowy corridors all paint the mood of a noir-inspired cartoon. There's mystery in lighting, humor in destruction, and story in every bullet hole. You can almost smell the ink and cigarette smoke as you move through the city. The soundtrack is pure fire. Imagine an old-school jazz band performing while you're blasting villains in sync with a snare roll and trumpet riff. Every encounter feels like a stage performance. Gunshots become percussion, reloading becomes rhythm. It's chaotic music in motion. Developed by Fumi Games, the same studio that stunned audiences with the original Mouse reveal trailer. This project feels like a passion letter to animation, film noir, and classic shooters alike. The devs have openly shared progress updates, showing their deep respect for player feedback and indie authenticity. They're not chasing trends, they're building a legacy. Ever since that reveal dropped, social media exploded. Fans called it Cuphead meets Doom. Others called it Who Framed Roger Rabbit with a shotgun. The comment sections are packed with excitement, memes, and pure nostalgia. Even indie devs have praised it as a bold reveal of artistic risk in gaming. TikTok edits, Reddit threads, and YouTube breakdowns are everywhere. Players are already dissecting frames, comparing animations to real 1930s references, and guessing which jazz legends inspired the music. The hype is organic, it's not marketing, it's admiration. Mouse has become an event. There's something powerful about seeing modern tech recreate the innocence of 1930s art. It reminds us of a time where animation was handmade and heart-driven. Mouse revives that era but injects adrenaline, giving players both a history lesson and a thrill ride. It's nostalgia redefined. The genius of Mouse lies in its dual identity, charming yet brutal, vintage yet fresh. It's proof that artistic direction can elevate an FPS beyond the norm. It doesn't rely on realism or ultra graphics, it relies on soul. The game's tagline, "Winners with Shot," isn't just a slogan, it's philosophy. In Mouse, victory doesn't come clean. Every case solved, every criminal stopped, leaves a scar on Jack Pepper's conscience. It's a story about justice in a world where nothing's black and white, except the art itself. If Cuphead redefined 2D animation, Mouse might do the same for first-person shooters. It's the kind of game that reminds the industry that originality still sells, and that players crave personality as much as performance. Mouse PI for Hire isn't just another indie shooter. It's a visual rebellion wrapped in jazz and gunpowder. A reminder that style matters, storytelling matters, and risk pays off when done with love. This is Infinity Gaming, your home for gaming news, reviews, deep dives, and the stories behind the games that push boundaries. Subscribe, like, comment below, and share it with your fellow gamers. Infinity Gaming, signing out.